our senior student athlete speaker, Andrew Botto from men's gymnastics, who's on his way up here right now.
Good boy, Andrew.
Andrew is a three-time academic All-Big Ten selection and competed in every meet of his 4-year career. Every meet. Great. Four-time NCAA championship qualifier. He ended his career with a 9th place finish on the rings at the NCAA championships just on April 22nd. So please welcome Andrew Botto.
Dear student athletes, coaches and administrators, faculty, staff, and parents, it's an honor to speak on behalf of the student athletes graduating this spring. First off, I just want to say congratulations to everyone in the room today. We made it. We finally did it. Tomorrow we'll be closing a chapter in our books at the University of Iowa and entering a new chapter in our lives. I encourage everyone to cherish the memories you have made, whether it's with teammates, friends, teachers, faculty, or parents, and relive them every day in your head. Those memories and experiences will be with you forever. So a little background about me. I'm from Redwood City, California, and have an older brother who works in San Francisco and a younger sister who's studying kinesiology at the University of Illinois. And I have two amazing parents whom are actually in the room, Greg and Lisa Botto. I double majored in marketing and entrepreneurial management and was a co-captain for the Iowa men's gymnastics team this season. When I got recruited to be a Hawkeye on the men's gymnastics team, I can still remember the phone conversation I had with my head coach, J.D. Reed. It was about an hour long, and I was sitting in my room trying to even decide where Iowa is on the map. I had no idea where it is, to be honest. To me, it's just a flyover state. But once I took my recruiting visit here, I knew this was the place for me. And even though it was 1,000 miles away from home, I was comfortable to call this place my second home. I still remember stepping into the university and the gym as a little freshman with no facial hair. Starstruck would be an understatement. I was alone, away from my family, scared and worried. I mean, who was going to make me dinner every night at 9:30? But then I realized day after day that I actually wasn't alone. I had teammates who I now call brothers, a coaching staff whom I look up to, academic and athletic advisors that guided me to my career path, excellent academia courses, phenomenal facilities to work out and compete in, a sports medicine staff to heal me when I was hurt, and of course, the free food at Hillcrest. The blood, sweat, and tears we have all encountered in our sports is what defines us today. Whether it is on the field, in the pool, on the golf course, on the courts, on the track, or on the mats, we all have something in common that no one can take away from us. We all have willpower, dedication, determination, passion, and love. These are all the qualities we have developed as a student athlete over the years, and I just really like Gary was saying earlier, I want you to talk to any job recruiter and ask them their stance on hiring student athletes. I bet they all would say, if I can hire every student athlete to be on my team, I would, because that's what happened to me. All the skills we have learned over the 4 years at Iowa, we'll be able to utilize them in the real world, whether that is going pro or entering the work life, because those are the skills that are so ingrained into our head that it becomes nothing less than natural for us. So I have two favorite Hawkeye memories that I was blessed to be a part of. One was when the football team had a perfect season and made the Rose Bowl 2 years ago. That was something Iowa football hasn't done before, and it was so amazing to be a part of. I remember getting texts and calls from my family back in California congratulating us throughout the year. Being able to walk around campus with the strangers repping Iowa Hawkeye gear is something we should all be proud about. I mean, every time I go home, which was not that often because of gymnastics, I would hear people yell, "Go Hawks!" And that was one of the best feelings ever. The second memory was when the gymnastics team qualified to the second day of NCAA finals 2 years ago. Adversity was at its highest that day. I mean, we had two major injuries that could have easily set us back. One was a broken ankle, and the other was a fractured femur. But our team didn't back down. We stood higher than ever before and used those injuries as motivation to compete even better. Tears of joy were running down our faces as we looked up at the scoreboard after the final person competed, because at that moment in time, we were on top of the world. If it wasn't for Iowa, I would have not had the opportunity to join the PACE program last year and meet all the wonderful companies at the career fair. I was blessed enough to land a job at Oracle back in November of last year. I'll be in their business development section selling their CRM data, software, and cloud services, to different industries around the world, such as sciences, hospitality, education, retail, telecom, and even the government. What I'm trying to get at is that if it wasn't for the experiences I learned from Iowa, it would have been nearly impossible to get that job. The career fair exposure throughout the years, the presentation in business classes and speaking in front of people, the constant resume and LinkedIn updates, how to properly compose an e-business email, and so forth. But what I believe is what set me apart is the fact that I was confident in what I was doing. I was confident in how I spoke and interacted with business professionals. And then I thought, where did that confidence stem from? It was from gymnastics, from being a student athlete, from understanding that life goes on after sports and you should take in everything you learned over the years at the university to your advantage. So I encourage every student athlete in this room to be confident in whatever it is you are doing, because that's what's normal to us. Not only have we grown throughout our years at Iowa, but so has the university. For example, 4 years ago we did not have the newly renovated Carver, the new dorms, the new theater and music buildings, a multi-million-dollar football conditioning facility, free meal swipes at Hillcrest, free meals and drinks at the LC, an amazing nutritionist, more gear than an athlete could ever imagine, constant upgrades to the Fieldhouse gym, and even a new learning center to come next year. The university made these generous modifications because they listened to our input, and if we succeed, they succeed. I think it's safe to say now that the relationships us athletes have with the athletic department is superb, and the bond to succeed on a personal, academic, and athletic level is reciprocal for both of us. Graduating from the University of Iowa means an extraordinary amount. It still hasn't hit me yet that in 24 hours, we will all be walking across the stage with our cap and gowns and diplomas in our hands. Look to the left of you, now look to your right. We are all brothers and sisters that have accomplished something prestigious at our time at Iowa. Some math for you guys. There are over 460,000 Division I student athletes in the United States. And if you just do the math, we as student athletes make up 0.1% of that population in America. That's something to be proud of. To many, Iowa is their home, but to others, it is their second home. And I hope that once we graduate, we all come back and support the university and athletics department as a team. Iowa has 24 athletic teams at the university, but in my eyes, there is only one. We are all one team, a part of something greater than medals, trophies, and plaques. Because let me tell you, those fade away, but the memories we have all shared together will last a lifetime. Thank you for allowing me to speak on behalf of our student athlete class, and I wish you all the best in the future. I can now finally say that we have lived up to Gary Barta's motto: win, graduate, do it right. Thank you, and go Hawks.
Good boy, Andrew. You did good. Good boy, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. If you didn't hear it, I think food's important. At that point, so we'll make sure we continue to do that. Hi, everyone. I'm Barbara Burke, the Deputy Director of Athletics here at the University.
Men's gymnastics. Andrew Botto.
Good job, Andrew.
Corey Patterson.